Okay, so this sounds really exciting what you guys are doing. I wish I was doing this kind of stuff when I was 19 years old, you know, instead of running around causing trouble in my neighborhood, right? I'm just curious, right? I'm sure you guys are also curious about this, right? Like, what about the college stuff? Did you guys drop out, leave college altogether?
We withdrew from classes.
Okay.
So that we're doing this full time.
You guys are from the Washington D.C. area. What did your parents say about this? I mean, you guys, when you guys leave college to focus on this Gladius project, I mean, you guys went all in, right? And I mean, like, what did your college professors say?
As far as like my parents at least were pretty okay with it.
Well, at first, that wasn't the case.
Okay, let's hear about that. So, like, just share each one of y'all's experience.
Mine were pretty friendly about it overall because they saw the potential of a company, and it's actually pretty industry changing. We hope. So they were pretty on board, pretty on in the early stages.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first, when I said, hey, I might not be continuing taking the classes, it's like, what? They were horrified that I wanted to stop going to class and focus on this. But as time went on, they saw that the community we were building.
They saw how many people were interested in y'all's project.
Exactly. Money started coming in. I mean, kind of changed everything. So now they're much happier at the current stage than we were back earlier this year.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, my parents were pretty skeptical. For some reason, like they only see me as they just don't see me as a software developer because they just don't understand what I do at all. So they were extremely skeptical about the whole Gladius.
No. When they were skeptical, was it because you guys were 19 years old and skeptical, or were they skeptical about the blockchain technology? What were they?
Well, they didn't understand blockchain at all. There was no couldn't even fathom the thought.
If you guys have been following our channel for a while now, you guys know that we were broadcasting about cryptocurrencies over 4 years ago. At that time, people thought we were nuts. They thought we were crazy, right? I remember somebody telling me, well, not just someone, multiple people at work, right, where David and I used to work at, and they used to say that, I was like the dumbest Asian that they had ever met, right? Real quick, guys, raise your hand if you've had people say you were nuts when you talked to them about Bitcoins and blockchain. Like, everybody. Except for you.
I don't really talk to people.
She's the smart one here. She's like, I'll tell nobody. Since you guys are 19 years old, right? When we interviewed Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, right? It's like a multi-gazillion billion-dollar project now, right? Massive value, lots of people are using it, right? We were talking off camera sometimes when you guys were inspired by what Vitalik did at 19, right? To talk about some of that stuff that inspired you guys to follow in his footsteps.
I mean, just from the perspective of him being 19, him being in the blockchain space, him just being an expert in software development, that's what we really strive to be, and that inspired us to be. You think of traditional business as an old white man's game, right? We are not that. And when we saw Vitalik, this foreigner, 19 years old, who was just amazing at coding, we were like, well, we're 19 years old, I'm foreign, and I'm pretty good at coding, so why not take this opportunity? And it just kind of inspired us to be like, hey, we belong here, and if the technology is there, how can you debate that? How can you debate my code? Yeah, you can't. Yeah. So that was what really inspired me.
Yeah, because Vitalik, I remember him saying, "Hey, code is law. Code is
show me the code.
Show me the code.
Talk right. Show me the code."
Okay. Yeah. And what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, same here. Like when I first got into the blockchain space, I didn't know anyone else in it, and so as I was following it through the years, I saw some young guys getting on board and creating huge things, and seeing Ethereum take up, Mastercoin also. I was inspired really. Seeing that anyone can get into the space and how it's so new, literally it's like clay you can mold. Yeah. So we as people and programmers have that potential to change the world.
Yeah, I think it really lowers the barrier for entry because there's a lot of these, really it costs a lot of money to build these projects. And it's you can build these decentralized applications that use resources that you'd otherwise have to pay for, not an insignificant amount to build products like this. Like if we wanted to build, a CDN DDoS protection service from the ground up, it would cost millions and millions of dollars. But if you probably even, honestly, probably in the tens of millions of dollars to buy all the infrastructure or rent all the infrastructure and try and make a name for yourself, it's not a small initial investment. Versus, we do it this way, we can actually use other people's resources and we can build, something that's more effective and hopefully a lot cheaper than the existing infrastructure.
So basically all the hardware is out there already, and a lot of it's unused, and so you guys just build the software that allows people.
It lowers the barrier of entry for companies that are doing really big things. You can do these massive projects that don't have massive upstart costs.
Okay.
It's a software-based project. We're really more than anything else a software project. We're going to control a lot of hardware, but we're not going to own any of it really.
Okay. Okay.